Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning.
I get a hot tea, please.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. There are some people that you meet and conversations that you have that stick with you for a lifetime. Well, one that has stuck with me is from when I sat down with the founder of Comfort Connections, a nonprofit that has a mission to teach the next generation how to comfort each other with the use of golden retrievers or some other dogs. They help with connection, to promote empathy, understanding, along with inclusion and acceptance. I met the founder after the Covenant School shooting, as Comfort Connections was at that time working with that school to help comfort students there. Like I said, this interview stuck with me and I wanted to share it once again this morning. I also caught up with the founder of Comfort Connections, and she tells me they continue to do great work. In fact, they have another school that they're visiting now. They're still placing golden retrievers with families. In fact, since my sit down with her in 2023, they have placed 43 dogs in homes that need it. We'll have more on Comfort Connections coming up in just a few minutes. Please stick with us. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas in Sumner County is working to grow health care services in that location. The health system announced plans to submit a certificate of need application to expand medical services and add inpatient beds at its existing campus on Big Station Camp Boulevard in Gallatin. Proposed additions to the Sumner Station campus include a 12 medical surgical beds and then a 4-bed intensive care unit, just to name a couple of those additions. Here is a look at the Prom Promise mock crash drill students from Richland and Giles County High Schools were a part of. The mock crash was in an effort to educate, inform, and to save lives as students prepare to attend proms. The Giles County's Office of Emergency Management, EMS, Fire and Rescue, Sheriff's Department, and Medical Examiner, along with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Air Evac, and student volunteers all participated in this effort to bring attention to the dangers of distracted driving and driving under the influence. Topics from Clarksville's economic shifts, natural disasters in the area to influential women, Black history, and the tobacco trade will be included in a new downtown walking tour in the Queen City. Now, Austin Peay State University's public history students, in partnership with the Customs House Museum and Cultural Center, will begin the free tours on Thursday, April 24th. This will continue on select dates through May 3rd. You will find the QR code for these walking tours and also have the chance to learn what else is happening throughout Middle Tennessee by going to our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. Stick with us. When we come back, I introduce you once again to the organization Comfort Connection.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
This morning here at Mornings on Main Street, we're talking probably one of the best ways that I've heard to create a compassionate connection. It is through beautiful dogs, and I am talking with the founder of Comfort Connections, Jeanene Hupy. Jeanene, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having us.
And how could you not just, get a sense of calm and joy by looking at, this is Fitz, and you can't really see him, but you're going to see him in a minute, Albie, that we have right here. First off, tell us about Comfort Connections and kind of expand on the mission that you guys have.
Comfort Connections, we are a nonprofit based here in the Nashville area. We started right at COVID in March of 2020, had these amazing dogs, and honestly, initially, nowhere to go until we did. And we found a way, particularly during COVID, to meet and connect with people who felt very isolated. So our mission is we create compassionate connections to really cultivate a culture of care and comfort. You know, we as a society, we've gotten so wrapped up in every man for himself that we forget that it takes a village. And sometimes it's the furry village, because let's think about it. Dogs, they don't know strangers. Most dogs don't anyway. They don't judge. They don't criticize. They're the best listeners. They don't interrupt. They love and forgive unconditionally. And they don't know what it's like to be awkward. If they see somebody struggling, they always want to help. And honestly, that's how we should live our lives. If we see somebody struggling or in a challenging time, we need to show up. We need to show up for them and do what we can. And these guys serve as a remarkable bridge for communication to allow that connection to happen.
How are the dogs trained to be able to do what they do?
Initially, when we go to pick a puppy, and we do unfortunately have to work with breeders, we would love to, I'm all about the adopt, don't shop.
But there's a reason.
But there is a reason, because we have to know their backgrounds. We pick them based on their temperament. There's testing we do when we first meet even a 6-week-old puppy. We can tell pretty much within the first 10 minutes, are they curious? Are they gregarious? Do they want to come toward you instead of go hang with their siblings or their mom? So we look for that curiosity, and we look for them to just be happy. And from there, then they do go into training, and they are not only obedience trained, but our trainers are canine behavior trainers. So they really understand the behavior behind if a dog misbehaves, why. They get to the root of why. And of course, these guys, I gotta tell you that they're perfect. They've been perfect since day one. Got him at 8 weeks, got him at 10, and their training has been beautiful. But we also want to allow them to be around things that dogs don't normally see. IV poles, wheelchairs, elevators, the sounds of sirens. We kind of have this long-standing joke that when we're getting ready to graduate a dog from training, our trainers like to take them to Broadway on a weekend night.
Okay.
And we did this one time with a group of dogs that had just been trained, and we got stuck on a street corner for 3 hours just chatting with people. And the dogs were magnificent. And honestly, if they can handle that, they can handle anything.
So starting off with COVID, how did you guys reach out to people? How did you get out that Comfort Connections is now available?
We started it with our Gratitude is Golden tour. Since we couldn't go anywhere else, we went and we loved on all the people who serve our community, our firemen, our policemen, our 911 call centers. And we would go and show up and just show them how much we appreciated it. We even would leave signs that said, we pause, and yes, we use the word PAWS.
Because you have to.
We pause for our heroes. And so that's how it started. And from there, we were working with Preston Taylor Ministries, with Dream Streets. Camp Widgewagon here in Nashville opened their doors to kiddos whose parents had to go to work, and they were all in virtual learning. So I think at the time they had about 168 kids that they opened their doors to. And so we got to connect with these kiddos weekly. And that's how we started. And we managed to do it safely during COVID. And then from then, once kind of quarantine lifted, the rest, as they say, is history.
You guys also played a pretty significant role in probably one of the most tragic events that we have experienced in our area and in our local communities. And for those of you, you know, it's the Covenant shooting that happened. What role did you play, and how did that help?
So how that even happened is I was involved with aftercare response to crisis and trauma at Sandy Hook. And so I was there for 5 years with the dog, and then to have moved to Nashville and have this happen in our community. That very day, I posted on Instagram, our hearts are shattered, and I know we're all feeling the same. And if you're feeling like the rest of us are and you want some extra support, please reach out to us. A Covenant mom did that. And the day after the shooting, the kids all met here at this park, at Granny White Park, and in an hour and a half, we had 10 dogs here. And what dogs allow these kids to feel is a sense of safety after something that was very traumatizing. And there's so much research that talks about why petting a dog, your blood pressure lowers, your heart rate lowers, those stress-inducing hormones like adrenaline decrease, but oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, those all increase. The dogs also provide a safe place, because they're such great listeners, to let the kids talk with no judgment, no criticism, no opinions on our part. It allowed us to meet them in the moment where they were and to hold that sacred space with them after such a traumatizing thing. And we've been with them ever since. So we're still at school every day. We did lots of home visits during the summer, and we are so honored and privileged to have been invited and then continue to be a part of this precious community.
Again, the work that you've been able to do in meeting with not only those students, first responders out there, because we know the time that they go through day in and day out and can't even imagine. And thank you. And what I also love and I want to touch on, take a look at the little vest that these guys wear. So it has Comfort Connections on it, of course, but instead of do not touch me, it says please pet me.
It does.
So you, invite people when you're out. They can just come up to you, no problem.
Absolutely. And some of the most meaningful encounters I have had are walking through a parking lot when somebody says, oh, can I pet him? And in that moment, sometimes we even see tears, and we see the amount of times that I have heard, I didn't know what I needed until it was right here. And those have been some of the most meaningful encounters we've had. Because again, you just never know what somebody's going through. And these guys showing up, and us humans showing up with them, it's communication and interaction at its best, and connection, which I think we lack sometimes.
That we do. What is this like for you? Because again, this takes time. This takes patience and care. How is this for you, Jeanene?
The way I would describe it is sometimes there are days where it's hard. And I unembarrassingly shed some tears. But I have 2 comfort dogs with me all the time, so that's pretty cool. But I got to tell you, mostly my love bubble is overflowing. I live by a mantra: we rise by lifting others. We feel better when we're helping other people, even if it's a non-challenging moment, whether it's to just chit-chat with somebody at the grocery store. It's meaningful connections that happen because these guys are more like we should be.
Yeah, that is the truth. If someone wants to connect with you, they want to reach out and be like, hey, we could use you. How do they do that? How do they get in touch
The
with
best way is through our website, which is learncomfort.org. And there is a space on there where you can directly contact us, and it will be me that responds.
Fantastic. You know, there is one dog that you've been introduced before, and if you've been to a Sounds baseball game there at First Horizon Ballpark, you know you've seen him. Cheerio is a Comfort Connection dog.
He is.
And he went through the same training, which really speaks volumes of the training, because again, he's so good with such a large crowd and other dogs that come in and out of the
He's fantastic. Field. He's awesome.
Well, again, a beautiful job there, and just thank you, Jeanene. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for your time and for sharing it
Thank
with us.
you. Thank
Very
you,
much
Stefanie. I appreciate you.
Oh my gosh, anytime. Okay, so I'm going to get some cuddles here from Fitz. I'm actually going to move him just a little closer to me. I'd pick up Albie, but he's he's a little too big. But we're going to send you to break by watching Cheerio, just how he works with not only the people that come into the ballpark, but other dogs too. So again, you can kind of see how the training works for these beautiful dogs at Comfort Connection.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vilay Saisuka, CEO and founder of Premier Foot and Ankle Centers of Tennessee here in Murfreesboro. We offer foot and ankle care from ingrown toenails to diabetic foot wounds. We also fix ankle fractures and things like that.
Call us today to schedule an appointment. We look forward to seeing you.
Because here at Premier Foot and Ankle, we believe that
the journey begins with happy feet.
So, you want to be a part of the Busy Bee team, huh? Well, how do you see yourself fitting into the organization? Oh, I get it. You want to be a weather bee.
Welcome back. If you would like to learn more about Comfort Connections, you can do that by following them on Facebook and on Instagram. When I talked with Jeanene yesterday, she said that they were getting ready to place another dog, a golden retriever named Banjo, with another family. Thanks so much for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street for this Friday morning. Enjoy the weekend. Have a happy Easter. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Hey y'all, Cookin' Savvy here. Let's talk savvy steak recipes for a minute. Even though the holidays are in our rearview mirror, family and friends are still knocking at our door. You're gonna need a recipe that can make a statement. And this mini beef Wellington recipe is just that. Let's start by making a mushroom sauce. Blend together mushrooms and chicken broth, then set aside. In a skillet over medium heat, melt butter and mix in flour. Slowly add the mushroom broth while stirring. If it doesn't thicken, add an extra tablespoon of flour and stir well. Now stir in garlic powder, salt and pepper, and heavy cream. Remove from heat and set aside. Cube the steaks and mix in 1 cup of the mushroom sauce. Cut each pastry into 6 squares. Moisten the corners of the squares, then bring them together to form a box shape. Place a heaping tablespoon of the meat mixture in each square. Bake at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Spoon spreadable cheese over the hot squares and top with bacon pieces. Now that's what I call a savvy steak of a statement. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Till next time, I'll be doing my best at Cookin' Savvy.